Some of the most interesting concepts that I took from the law school came from unexpected places. For instance, I remember during law school looking at a dollar bill in my wallet and seeing the note, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. And I just started thinking, where did this come from and what was the process surrounding it? So I did a little bit of digging in the library and I found an article that made an oblique reference to the fact that during the Civil War, this was a really big deal, a battle over legal tender, and there's a big constitutional debate about it. Well, at the time, it just so happens I was on Law Review editing one of Professor Curry's pieces on the Constitution in Congress, and so I went to him and I said, "Yeah, have you ever heard of this debate? Is there anything I can read about it?" And he said, "You know what? This is a good topic for a 499 paper." And so he introduced to me something that has been with me ever since, which is to always have a sense of intellectual curiosity. He encouraged me to go into the stacks and dig up the Congressional Globe from 1861 and 1862, which I did, and open up those musty pages and to try to find out what was it that the congressmen and the senators were debating. And so I ended up writing a paper about the constitutional debate over the Legal Tender Act. And when it got published, I remember sending it to Professor Curry, and he signed it and sent it back to me. I still have this in my library at home. In remembrance of our joint labors in these vineyards. And it was such a nice capstone to this intellectual experience that will never move legal scholarship or isn't the most current debate about most people accept. I think that legal tender is constitutional. That debate has long been resolved. But just that process of coming up with an idea and just following it wherever it goes, digging for the facts and trying to create something that didn't exist before. And that's something I find very relevant in my current work. One of the things I love is technology, but I'm not an engineer by training. And I love trying to figure out how does spectrum work for this particular application. Being able to meet with Facebook and explain or to understand how 60 to 70 gigahertz spectrum allows the next generation of virtual reality gaming, or getting to meet with a company in the South and understand how stringing fiber through the bayou is technically difficult, or getting to visit a cable head end and to understand how the signal travels from your remote control all the way into the core of the network to allow you to view an on-demand product. I mean, those are kinds of things that I didn't know before, but I love learning about it, and that's a gift that Professor Curry gave me.